Yugi Bros!
What's up, YouTube? AJ here with Yugi Bros. Currently watching the live stream for YCS Pasadena. Just watch Jesse Kotton take a semifinal, and we'll be moving on to the finals. He's piloting Tier Limit Shizu, and those are the only other two remaining decks as well. Currently, Dakota A versus Hani J. Down to game 3. It is 1v1 against 1 right now. I'll be doing a live reaction to the final match itself, so we'll get to see my reaction to that and be uploading that to the channel later. So that's just intro for this video, and just so you know, due to restraints on my computer, more or less, and the program I'm currently using, there will be some cuts in between the games of the final. I'll be cutting at between game 1 and game 2 and game 2 and game 3 if need be. Just because my recordings are limited to 30 minutes and they're doing 55-minute rounds. At least they did for the semifinals. I don't know if it goes up to an hour for the final match or not, but we will see. And I'm definitely excited to see how this mirror match is going to go for the finals. Definitely rooting for Jesse. Love watching him on Team Sam's channel and the kind of like pro status he brings to the game. It's very exciting to see a name that I recognize, even though I don't know him personally, get to the finals for this YCS. So we'll be enjoying that shortly. Probably that match is going to come on in, I'm going to say, probably about 17 minutes. Probably 5:30 is when that one's going to start, I want to guess. Because I'm not sure what time they're at right now for this current match. And on the live stream, it's not showing what the life point counter is right now. So I wouldn't know who's ahead for in case time is called. Won't know until later on. But we will see who wins, and may the best duelist win. So next time you see me, it's going to be during the final match of YCS Pasadena.
For it, let's go ahead and meet our players. Speaking of, it's Hani. He's from Atara.
Here we go, guys. Finals are about to start. Hani J versus Jesse Kotton. It's going to be a good match, I think.
His favorite card is Fairy Tale Snow, who he has lost once again to the Forbidden Realms. They say it's better to have loved and lost than never have loved at all, but what if you did it twice? That might be pushing it.
So I'm still trying to get myself familiarized with Tier Limit cards. It's a Tier Limit Shizu mirror match here in the finals. I'm still trying to get used to what the cards do. It involves a lot of milling. So I assume like a runic matchup would be very bad for them because of the banishing effects of runic cards. And I'm also going to say that other like cards like Dimension Fissure, Macrocosmos are good cards against them. So I actually went against the Tier 1 deck at Locals on Friday night at the Bullpen. Shout out Javier. Thank you very much for the match. Definitely felt more like it was not my turn, it was our turn. So that was fun. You're going to hear the commentary from the stream channel here in the background. Thankfully, because I don't know much of what these cards do. Why do I read cards? Do we read cards as Yu-Gi-Oh players? You tell me. Tell me in the comments. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe.
Now they are taking each other on. Either way, I'm going to be excited. We're going to have a YCS champion who's an excellent player. Whenever one of these duelists walks away with the win. But we do know what deck type is going to win this weekend. It is going to be the Shizu.
I have them both up on my TV right now, and I do have it on my computer screen here, so I can share the recording here. You can see the reaction.
And it helps when you get the planet.
If you want to see more reaction videos, let me know. We actually do plan on doing a reaction series to this one channel. I'm going to leave that a mystery for right now, but Trevor and I did discuss it, and we would like to do that, and I think it's going to be very fun and a very good treat for everybody involved.
3 straight, essentially, ending his tournament run. Actually, I think he lost to Walter. I misspoke there. I was trying to remember who he was talking to, but yeah, go undefeated one day and lose all the rest the next day definitely doesn't feel great.
And here it goes. Here's the finals. YCS Pasadena. Best 2 of 3 match. Of course. Life points 8,000, 8,000.
Players are ready.
Let's see here. Overall records. Hani J. 12 wins, 2 losses, no draws. Jesse, 12 wins, 1 loss, 1 draw. Here's game 1. Again, I'll be cutting between game 1 and game 2, and between game 2 and game 3 if necessary. It is a 65-minute round. Whew.
Worry about time here in this match.
Let's
Just because you have
go.
more time doesn't mean you can play any slower, though.
Jesse activates Terraforming. Terraforming searches the field spell.
So Resi already off to a fantastic start. It's happening again.
Here comes the planet.
We saw Hani take on Pac in a pretty epic feature match.
I did watch that earlier. The Hani versus Pac match was pretty good.
With that victory. Jesse still representing Canada. Hani on the USA side.
Oh, Canada.
Starts off with Sharon. Pitching Keldek. Sin 3. That's a Soliak. Oh, sorry, that's Crime. Yeah, that's Crime. I also thought it was Soliak. Now, let's see what Jesse's next plan is. He is going to trigger it. It is to go 5 here. Oh, here we go. Triggered the Kelbeck. Now Hani is milling 5 for Kelbeck as well.
Oh, Hani loses a Diviner.
Dora and Kelbeck on both sides, it looks like. Keldo as well for Jesse. A Bestial and Rhinoheart.
I also played against the Bestial Dragon Link deck on Friday night against a guy named Joseph.
Now,
I ended up taking that one because of time.
He decides to activate his Kelbeck as well.
Between Trevor and myself on Friday night locals, we went 3 and 5. Yeah.
You see when the milling
but it was a good experience. We had a great time, made some nice trades, starting to build up the Sky Striker deck. That's going to be fun, I think. This is Trevor's first really big tournament experience in a while. Even it's just locals. He hasn't really played since 2015, I want to say, maybe 2016. And I went earlier this year in August.
Yeah, not seeing any
in July. I went to locals a couple times.
Kind of a relief, I assume.
Again, the bullpen each time. Hopefully Wednesday, I'm going to try and check out this new place called Bird Dog. They're doing some Yu-Gi-Oh events there. And we'll see how that goes. We should have some magnificent Mavens openings this week as well for you guys. I'm gonna try and get a couple of packages tonight if possible. I'm gonna upload them and have those go on tomorrow. And then Trevor and I will be opening a display case that I'll schedule to open either later this week or next Monday. We'll see.
Kind of get the feeling that the payoff here was that it didn't really pay off for anybody. Like there's no huge fallout, right? I mean, he just got the Medora and the Keldo and Grave. Having both of those makes you feel a little rest easy. But you also extend that to your opponent too. And now he activates Medora. The Ishizu Wars. And then Hani activates Medora. So he's going to target Medora, Diviner, and Kelbeck. And now Hani's going to chain the Medora, targeting Keldo, Rhinoheart, and his own Celiac. All right, so all this is going to go back in the deck now.
So much like my experience, it's like tier elements. It's not your turn,
Did
it's
Hani
our
steal the one
turn.
from his hand? I didn't think so. Nope, that came from the other Kelbeck. And still in that graveyard that was once. The graveyard did have a lot of cards in it, now just the one. Now we're going to get 3 here from Murley, and Keldo's back again, along with another Mudora and a Saronir. No tier elements again. So while Jesse hasn't gotten any fusion summoning effects quite yet, he's going to be pretty certain that Hani's not going to be able to do it either. Yeah, he's definitely covering his bases. It looks like he's going to use the Saronir to send a V-Seal to his graveyard. I saw him point at it. That'd be interesting. And then he's going to use Planet. It looks like he pointed at his Planet. I don't think maybe he wants to target his own Sheeran or Merly to try and fusion summon. Is the trigger for that appropriate here? I'm not sure that it is. Are we in a new chain after the shuffling? Or
I think so. I think
next
so.
chain?
So he lets him do it. Does target the Sheeran.
Okay, yeah. All this was in response to the Merly being summoned. So it was Merly, Shizu, shuffle everything back, send 3, then use Planet.
Yep, that is exactly how it played out. And now we're going to see. Yeah, so he sent down the Druisworm with Saronir, and now on a new chain, he's going to activate Sheeran. But Hani, it does have Beasteel Magnum.
Oh! But in response, it's Herald of Orange Light pitching Agito, the Ancient Sentinel. And
Whoa!
Herald with discarding Divine.
Herald just got Herald. Herald of Orange Light just got Herald of Orange Light.
I swear, Jesse, if you have another Herald, this place is going to explode.
Herald of Orange Light, we talked about it going into this weekend. It's definitely one of the key cards in this deck that makes it so good.
And we hear it once again. You know, if there's one phrase that is going to haunt all the participants of this tournament in their dreams, it's in a new chain.
In a new chain. And after that resolves, in a new chain. Yeah, it's a good one, but the effects just keep on coming. A lot to keep track of, but when you do it meticulously, it really pays off, which is why we have 2 excellent duelists all the way here in the finals. Out of 1,800, not an easy feat.
All right, we're going 5 more
More
with Agito. And he hits one.
Hani has quite the crowd behind him there. I don't think those wills were like that epic. It was just a Rhino Heart and a Hop.
It's just he hit one though, which he hadn't yet.
That's true. I guess the Rhino Heart and Hop, the Rhino Heart could be a lot. That's a discard from the hand plus a send. It's a lot when you haven't had a turn yet.
Yep. And Hani didn't hit a Keldo,
which is going to come back to bite him. And Jesse still has a Keldo that he can use right now to cut off that Hobness and Rhino Heart.
Unfortunate, but we're going to resolve this now, and then in a new chain, more things are going to happen.
Wow, it's just amazing.
Keldo, so we're not going to
how much the game has advanced over all the years.
So the Magnum will be able to add a dragon at the end phase, and this is it. Jesse just has him early.
Wow.
All these mills, nothing else. The key, you hold your Beasteel for the key effect activation. You can really cut your opponent off. The Herald of Orange Light into a Herald of Orange Light might spell disaster for Jesse in this game number 1.
All right, Hani is up, and he has survived the onslaught.
Looks like he might
Jesse did nothing.
Here in the end phase.
He's going to try it anyway, and it's going to go through.
Oh, it's not your graveyard. It's our graveyard. Got it.
All right, now it is Hani's turn.
Oh,
I saw it. I see the instant fusion in the hand.
A terraforming and an instant fusion over there.
Jesse
Wow.
doesn't want to even give Hani the satisfaction of playing his turn. Doesn't want him to even learn anything. Decides, you know what? I just have this Merly. It's not going to be enough.
It's not going to be enough.
Wow,
It
Jesse, like
without
that
anything.
scoops for game one.
More than anything.
Okay, I'm
Man.
going to take a cut
What a
here
quick
during
game one.
sighting,
We can see
and
the
I'll start back up
excitement.
once
I've been
game
saying
2 starts,
exactly
guys.
what I'm gonna play. And if Jesse wins,
All right, guys, here's game number 2
And he's got
of the finals. Jesse Kotton is backed against the wall. Starts off with
When it's just
instant fusion.
3v3, your buddy's always going to give you a problem. You got carried.
You need to win 2 more of those to get a full win. Those little silly.
Oh.
Going.
Jesse picks up instant fusion.
That's a good one. But on the other side, Jesse also just got second place very recently at YCS Niagara, and he's gotten second place 2 other times as well. So he's definitely not a stranger to losing in the finals. So I imagine he really wants to avoid having a 4th finals loss. But 2 wins on the other side of that, and a UDS win as well.
Pick up Tillman's Scream.
Thanks to Kiktalos. And there's the Primeval Planet, Instant Fusion Planet, a solid opening.
Hard to believe that planet costs so much. I think it's still like a $70 or $80 card, especially after this with the Ishizu stuff that just came out, Magnificent Maidens. It's gonna be crazy how much prices are going up for some of these decks.
Gonna activate the screen.
And now activates. Or he activates Kid Close, special summons Rhinoheart, sends Kid Close. So we're going to go 3 first.
Oh, he loses a Herald though.
Nothing. Well, the Heartbeat. Then we're doing 5 more.
Shigito, Scream, Sharon, and Merly.
And then we're going any one with Rhinoheart.
Jesse having access to all the tier limit names in this game number 1. Already off to a way better start than he was before.
And completes set there with Happiness.
Looks like he has all of his tier names in his graveyard now. And 1 fusion.
All right, so looks like 1, 2. So that's Sharon and Happiness.
Searching out that tier element trap card. Crime, I believe it's called.
And it's all resolving.
No V steals on Hani's side.
Like how they're showing table results for top 8 when we're in the finals.
And Sharon, probably something.
It's a great job, guys.
I see he's got the Yuki-Onna sleeves on his extra deck.
Do you like those?
I didn't know he was a fan of Yuki-Onna.
Ooh, looks like that's a Starlight rare.
Darkwing Blast, very pretty.
The flex from Jesse.
Now Hobness and Merlin are being returned.
What did I do? The wrong order? I did Sharon 1, yeah. Sharon supposed to be 1. Or, yeah.
Oh, I get it, because it's snow.
Which is Sharon.
Oh. I don't know.
I see. I understand.
I don't. But you would never know that.
A certain segment of the audience will understand.
The cards return into the deck, and Garura comes down.
Garura, it's a good solid choice. You get a draw if it goes away. So the graveyard at least.
Let's see what is next on the menu here for Jesse. It's a Magnamut.
And now Hani is considering something. It's Gamma.
There it is. He did, in fact, draw Gamma. The commentator cursed it kind of. You said you hadn't seen one yet. This is one of your last chances.
There it is. Now is he going to resolve, or is Real Colo's going to hit it?
Let's see.
Take a look. If your opponent activates an effect that includes an effect that special summons a monster, you can negate the activation, destroy it, and send a tier 1 card from your hand or face up field the graveyard. But this is going to resolve.
It's going to resolve it. Okay. Not going to negate it.
So it's going to destroy the magnet from Jesse's hand. Driver comes out of the deck into the field.
It's not like he can go into Omega because it's not his turn. If it was his turn, yeah, he could go to Omega and bounce a card out of Jesse's hand. Doesn't look like that's what he's doing, though.
Normal summon kill. So I'm guessing the play before was you could Magnum it, he could link Garura and Magnum it away for a dark. But instead he's
going to go into Abyss Dweller, probably. We've been seeing that a lot.
Water monster underneath it, so it's going to get boosted, and he's going to be able to send Medora to the graveyard during his opponent's turn.
That's pretty rough. Pretty rough. Not really sure.
And he's setting 2.
Not really sure what you're doing against this one. But we'll see. We've seen some pretty amazing turnarounds in this tournament. Could see one more here.
Yeah, Hani not moving as quickly in this game, so it makes me think he may not have something to immediately deal with his Dweller. Let's see. Does he have Herald of Orange Light? Activates Dweller. He's going to reveal Hoffness. Hoffness. Not Herald of Orange Light, but something. Probably not going to be enough. Sends Keldo, Merrily, and a Gamma.
All right. And now Scream is going to activate in a new chain and hit all the tier limits.
Woo!
Okay.
Like, actually all of them.
All 3 separate tier elements, and Hani is scooping here.
Okay.
Yeah.
That is it for game 2, guys. That is going to be a whew, coming down to sudden death here.
Wow.
Jesse wins game number 2.
Yeah, well, that's the thing, though. Like, you're already in
Hani
such a
will probably
commanding
choose to go
position
first.
in that one. And then you don't want to waste
So-
your best 3 of the day on a game you were very
Wow,
high.
that
with,
was
very
that
high
was something.
with.
That is very true.
Sometimes it's all about the luck of the draw or the luck of the mill at this point. So, that's the nice trophy right there. You can see here this price, the shadow of the price card in there. The another verse dragon. That's what it's called. All right, they're siding right now, so I'm going to go ahead and cut here, and you'll see me in the final game of YCS Pasadena.
You mentioned at the beginning, relax. It's game number 3.
All right, guys, here goes game 3 of the finals of YCS Pasadena. Jesse Cotton versus Hani J. Jesse just tied it up 1 against 1 right now. Mirror match between cheesy tier limits. There's the handshake right there.
Hani starting us off.
And Hani's going first.
in this match. Let's see what he's going to lead off with.
Goes to main phase. Starts with Diviner of the Herald.
Not the normal summon you usually want to have, but I imagine he's going to send down to Kelbeck or an Agito to mill 5 for both players. I can see his hand has Solic.
Looked like he had triple tactics talent.
Ooh, so maybe even more incentive to get Agito to mill 5 from both players.
Okay, Guido.
This is it. This is the
You're
beginning.
mill 5.
He's preparing to mill the 5.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm doing. The same thing with my hands right now, just thinking about it.
They don't normally go this way too. It's crazy. Yeah. Again, Agito? No response.
No response. Both players. Let's
All
see
right.
what we got.
We're doing it.
Oh, Jesse has an
Oh,
Agito,
yeah.
and a Kelback, 1 tier, and a Herald.
Oh,
Okay, so Hani hit 2 names, and
and Medora.
Jesse didn't hit a Medora or a Keldo, so if he doesn't have B seals, Hani's gonna be able to resolve his 2 tier elements. Just Hovness?
Just Thomas.
Now it's up to Jesse if he wants to trigger his Agito or Kelbeck. He can have both players mill another 10 right here, right now.
That seems awfully risky to go 10. I think he might go 5.
2, 3, 4.
Nope. 2, 3, 4. We're gonna see 10 more from each players. Let's do it big. This is game number 3. Let's do it.
Let's do it big, right? Don't do it at all. Gotta risk it for the
I guess he's
biscuit.
Looking looking for his Keldas and Keldex.
Some people just like to watch the world burn.
We're gonna send back.
I really
Sharon.
enjoy these commentators. It's a real
We're
like
gonna send
ESPN
back
8 the Ocho thing.
Interesting. With 10 cards coming up to mill, I wouldn't want to put back cards I don't want to mill.
All right, so we're chain link. 5. Can we make the number bigger? What say you, Jesse?
Yes.
He says yes. Let's go 6.
Drew is where
Target my hotness. Yeah. Orange.
Orange light pitching Kelbeck. All right, we're up to 7 now. Do I hear 8? I do not. We're staying at 7.
We're about to know time.
Hani's saying exactly what I'm thinking. We're about to build 10. It's about to be crazy. Let's go. I'm so excited for this.
All right, they're about to mill 10. This could decide
It's so cool because
if Jesse even wants to go or not.
Kind of see where it's all going to happen, how it's going to play out, and this is just could be anyone's game from this moment.
5.
No Mudora or Keldo.
Ooh, a triple tax.
4.
One. Let's see. 3
5.
tiers.
Okay, we got double Murley. We got Sharon. Now we're doing
Orang.
5 more.
Oh, we've got a Keldo. Okay, that's what he needed. At least one.
Aggie Doe.
Scream and Hopness and Sharon.
This deal.
He's looking for Keldo.
Rhino Heart.
He wants
Terraforming.
Terraforming. No. No.
So from what sounds like, Jesse's in the better spot here.
Hani visibly displeased that he did not mill one copy of Keldo.
Yeah, and 10 cards. That's rough. It's tough. All right, well, we're going to go Murley. Murley and Havness. And we're still in the previous chain, by the way. We haven't reached in a new chain yet. We're still doing the previous one. And that started with these fusion summon effects.
Now let's see what is next up for our players.
Before, yeah. Just ended that chain. New chain. Let's do it.
It's that time again. Time for a new chain.
Leg's been bothering me for the past few nights.
Two. I don't think I have anything. Don't get too soon. I've only used Sharon so
So
far.
1 Kikalos, 2 Sharon. Taking a decent moment to consider their options here.
Yeah, and I think another one of the question is, do we use Sharon yet?
On whose side of the field? Hani's, I'm guessing.
Well, that's a problem, too.
One, two, three.
No, yeah, still placing the chain. We're thinking about the Rhino Heart. So 1, 2, 3 Rhino Heart, 4 Scream.
Was one early. 2 Havness. Early.
Early, Happiness,
3 Rhino.
Rhino.
4th screen. Rhino 3. Water.
The amount of just sheer brain power here
And
is
now we're chaining
astounding
Keldo.
to me.
Chaining 5.
Just to keep up with all the
What's
chains
going
that
back?
you need to do. Whoever said this game is for children is very sadly mistaken.
Which one right now? What's your like 1 out of 10? Sharon?
But Sharon was
First Sharon, right?
Remember, my first deck was an Exodia deck, and that was when Legend of Blue Eyes had just come out. Legend of Blue Eyes and Metal Raiders. Saved up, bought all 5 pieces of Exodia,
Shuffle back.
and I just
Rhino Heart.
prayed I won that game. I would do my best to beat down my opponent. Thank you, Summon Skull. Thank you, Blue Eyes. And just try my best to get all 5 pieces of Exodia. And I was 12, 13 years old, so I had no idea about
No, change
actual
finally
strategy
resolving.
at that point in my
Tries to
life.
Shuffle back thanks to Keldo. Scream is going to add Crime. Now I think Rhino Heart is the next one that resolves.
And that's going to summon and send a card from hand.
So he's going to send the Soliac. That's my favorite card to send. Rhino Heart. You get to summon a monster, send a monster, and add a monster all at once. Now the Merly's putting back a Beasteel in itself to go for Mud Dragon. That's 2 monsters, same attribute, different types.
Now, mind you, I still think
Merlin's
this
doing
is
These 3 go back.
Hani's
That
turn.
makes,
Yeah,
5
this is
marks.
still Hani's turn.
I'm going to summon first. Yeah.
And now we finally reached the kit close that was initially summoned.
How many cards are there?
Quite some time ago.
Jesse still has, I think, 4 or 5 cards in his hand.
Yeah, being able to shift the attribute of Mud Dragon is interesting. In a deck where most of the things are dark, but Mud Dragon is not, being able to shift it over, get that targeting protection to move over to dark.
Yeah, and if you don't shift it over, you can also still use it with the bigger fusions, the Kaleido Heart and Kalos. Work well there too. But yeah, I do like shifting it to dark. Just leaving it on the board and having that protection can really come into play a lot. It protects you from stuff like Kaleido Heart. I think, is Hani still figuring out what he wants to do with his Katalos here?
I believe so. A lot of things have happened since he activated it in the first place. I would imagine the circumstances have changed significantly in terms of what he does and doesn't want.
Yeah, not hitting that Keldo off the mills really hurt Hani. He's going to send Rhino Heart with Katalos. And now, on a new chain,
Can we get Shirtsman to say, on a new chain?
he's going to do Chain Link 1 Rhino. And now Jesse will be chaining 2 Soliac. Oh, Kaleido Heart also will trigger.
Kaleido, turn 3.
To shuffle back Kaleido Heart.
Jesse actually not in bad shape right now.
Resolve.
Soliac adds Sharon to hand from Jesse. That Kaleido Heart spins the Kiktalos back.
How many cards are in here? 5.
You added Crime and Sharon. So Crime, Sharon, and 3 other cards. This is going to summon 1, 2, and I have not used Merly, correct?
You have not used Merly. Hold on a second. Turn 3 full dark.
So he is going to swap the attributes to Dark here at the Mud Dragon.
It's been so long since this chain started, I completely forgot that Reinhardt was going to be a thing here. All right, so Reinhardt was sent with Kid Close.
Yep. Now it comes back, and looks like he also discarded Soliak. Now Hani is trying to decide what he wants to add from his deck to his hand with the Soliak. Looks like he's going to grab Omnis and send merrily to the graveyard with Reinhardt's on-field effect when it's summoned.
Go ahead and use
Now Honey's triggering the merrily he sent.
So far, this is the longest game of the match, and we're still on turn 1.
Plenty of time. Even if it's a regular time, like they still have 15 minutes, which is plenty of time.
Send those two back.
Make Mud Dragon.
Yep, Mud Dragon of his own.
Now he's going for Abyss Dweller, I'd imagine. This is still Hani's first turn, so
Yes, this is the first turn of the duel.
It may look like Hani's trying to break the board, but that is not the case. Looks like he's going to detach the Reinhardt for Abyss Dweller to use his effect right now.
And triple attack, Stalin.
He's going to take the Mud Dragon, synchro with Diviner of the Herald, a level 6 monster for Baron DeFleur.
Wow.
Use Baron's effect to destroy Kaleidoheart.
And now he's warp speed, now that he knows that all the stuff's going to work.
So Baron DeFleur just came in
All
and...
right, so Jesse's stuck under Abyss Dweller. Hani's got a negation from Baron DeFleur.
You have Sharon.
Wow.
Sharon Prime.
Yes, he does have a lot of cards in his hand that he was able to add from these mills, though. But does he have something to do about this Dweller? Will Dweller Baron be enough to win Hani the YCS Pasadena Championship?
Patches to activate again. So how many cards does Jesse have in hand right now?
I think at least 6, if not 7.
It's a few.
He did use Herald of Orange. Was this where he Herald of Orange Light and then got Heralded? No, that was the last game, I think. Only Hani had Herald of Orange Light this game, if I can speak.
No, there's a Herald. It's the graveyard.
I don't know if Jesse has a way out of that. This
Yeah,
this is a tough
Hani's
board.
the
He
only
can't
one.
use his
And now Jesse's going
graveyard
to
effects
reveal
right now
Kepler,
because of Abyss Dweller.
discarding Mudora. That's my class. I love that all the things that I love the most is, bring back Reinhardt, discarding Soliak, Kelto discarding Mudora. Those are all my favorite bread and butter combos, and these players doing that excellently here in the finals. You just get so much value out of it because now immediately Jesse
Baron's
has 2
gonna
shuffle
negate.
back effects online. Well, I
think.
guess not, since it's going to not be on the field
Is that
in
how
the
it works?
graveyard and being under Abyss Dweller, he won't be able to use them this turn.
Let me know in the comments below.
It's going to activate the Baron negation here.
Yes, I was right.
And I guess the play is just, if you're thinking about it, like what can Jesse do without the graveyard?
It's going
He
to be
needs spell cards.
or beast deals. He's going to need something that's not a tier limit. Spell cards would be a good one. Maybe something like triple tactic talent.
A little reversal of fortune with the triple tactics.
And if you can't clear the board, you can still set up maybe like a primeval planet. And then since the Dweller's done, he can do some effects during his Hani's turn to kind of clear the board. Hani doesn't have a lot of cards. He just pretty much has this Baron and Abyss Dweller. Maybe
It's
like
like-
1 in hand.
It's like 4 cards for Jesse. One of them should be a crime, should it not?
Yes. And a Sharon, I believe.
Crime and Sharon.
I'll go move some Sharon.
So he uses just normal summons the Sharon. Goes to battle phase to attack over Abyss Dweller. That's 1,800 over 1,700.
And
I believe
That's
Baron
one
goes
card,
back
so
to
he's
the
gonna
extra
go
deck
onto the field, so the
after.
crime is available. Let's see if the standby phase, Hani decides to put this Baron back in the extra deck.
Main phase.
Nope, stays on the field. Gonna wants to use that destruction effect. Or does he just not use any effects and tries to go to battle?
Yeah, I think he just attack.
Yep.
1200.
All right,
now-
so the
But now
first
what is Hani's
damage,
follow-up
Jesse's at
after this?
68.
Jesse has Mudora and Keldo in the graveyard to shuffle back.
Hani should be at
Hani does have a
79.
Sharon. Discarding Hotness.
I need something. Not what I want.
And is that the
Is
Guido?
that it's
A Mudora.
It's a Mudora.
Let me see here.
Mudora's at least something. But now that he has his own
I'm gonna have to
Mudora,
got again
he can put
because
back
I'm
his
at
own Abyss Dweller and find a way to
18
make
minutes,
it
and again I can
He
only
just gets
record
another
30
little
at a
4 monster on
time.
the field.
Ooh, that would be nasty.
So I guess we'll find out. Hopefully not.
Does he have any more
Turn
cards
3
in
of
hand?
game 3 of the
I think he has
finals.
one left, maybe?
Jesse Kotton
Nope,
versus
he has none,
Hani
maybe.
J.
Yeah, you're right.
Similar records: 13 wins, 1 loss, 1
Just
draw
an
for
average
Jesse.
Hotness is gonna
13
prompt
wins, 2 losses
Keldo
for
here
Hani.
Jesse or Mudora.
Both playing the CSU tier limits. Score right now doesn't reflect on the screen, but Hani J has 7,900. Jesse has
Targets 1,
6,800.
2, and Hoffman's.
I want to put that Kaleido Heart back so you can summon it again. Hani's going to chain the Mudora to put back Keldo,
This guy.
his own Abyss Dweller. You put back those 1 of cards from your extra deck so you can reuse them later on.
And Mud Dragon. Yes, Mud Dragon. And now Jesse will chain his Keldo. Targeting Kelbeck, Nagito,
And Divine.
These two go back. One of your guys gets damaged.
Everything going back where it belongs.
and that means the happiness will resolve.
I think that might just be a different Havness. Because that was definitely like the first card that Jesse targeted, I think.
Like the Baron, pop my own Sheeran. Yep.
Effective Baron to destroy his own Sharon. Sharon effect's going to trigger.
Here we go.
Like the Sheeran. Yep.
We've got everything out of the graveyard now. No more shuffle backs left. Jesse's used them both.
That's going to be Kicked Hollows.
And I haven't used Merle yet.
You can see Honey speed picking up here. He's going to grab Soliak. He's going to use the Kicked Hollows effect here to summon back Rhino Heart. Chainlink 1, Rhino Heart. Chainlink 2, Kicked Hollows. Things are looking really good for Hani here. The battle phase has already been done, but
He can still get back to that Dweller, though, now that it's in there. Back to the extra deck.
and he mills a Scream and another Mudora here, so it's going to be more layers of disruption. And the Rhino Heart is going to be able to send down the Merrily name that he needs.
Just gotta be careful here that he doesn't speed up too much and make a mistake.
Famous last words.
Alright, let's do it again.
2 monsters with same attributes and different types.
It's so good. I play this. Not good other and then 2-1 kit on bad.
Baron, Abyss Dweller.
Wow, back to
Combo
Abyss
for
Dweller.
Hani, using his Dweller again. Set the Solic. Draw phase. Activates Abyss Dweller.
Stand my face.
Stand by phase. He's going to return the Baron.
It's I need translation. I have Neuron.
Oh, it's been the standby phase. He's going to swap that Baron back into the extra deck, special summon something from the graveyard.
Yeah, definitely wants to get one of the tier elements, maybe a Merly to mill 3, and he also has the Solic that'll be online then. There it is, Abyss Dweller. Definitely an iconic card here this weekend.
So it looks like a translation coming because that's a foreign card.
Decade now.
And soon Jesse's taking a look probably at whether or not it's a cost to send it back into the extra deck.
Remember in the TCG, you can use
Goes back.
Western speaking cards,
Brings back
French,
Reinhardt, and then
Italian,
Reinhardt can
Portuguese,
send for a confusion summon
English,
again to go for a kicked hollow, so they could let him add a Hobness
Spanish,
into that kicked
German.
hollows with the Solic. That's an effect
You
negation. mill
just
5.
cannot use the Japanese or Korean cards.
But Jesse has a Soranator. He's not done yet.
Jesse is not going down without a fight.
The Bestials are the way Jesse can climb out of this game. But Hani does have a Mudora to chain as another layer of protection. He won't get to fusion summon, but that means that Bestial stays in Jesse's hand. He might not be able to deal with the board.
Takes another look in there. Not really a whole lot of stuff you want back to Jesse's deck there.
Not particularly.
Taking a look at some of his power spells. Instant fusion, and Jesse's still got what, 2 cards in hand?
I think so.
2 plus the Serenade.
Yeah, which isn't going to do much for him this turn.
Turn 4.
Hani not on many cards, but enough control of this game maybe to finish things off.
Well, we're going to see the return of normal summon Sheeran. I don't know how good that is this time, because this Abyss Dweller is big.
Not as well as the other one.
Incidentally, buffing Reinhardt as well.
Yeah, I mean, Hani doesn't have anything like proactive right now.
So looks like Hani's at 71 actually.
Pass almost and be okay, but he does have Mudora, which is going to normal summon.
Normal good.
And then passes.
Summon pass on Mudora.
The Elise can banish as a quick effect from the field. Now let's see what Hani draws. If he draws a Merly, a monster of any kind, looks like he didn't.
Switches to attack position. And we still got that Distiel to contend with as well that can block some attacks.
Battle phase.
Just goes to battle phase.
It's 22 over 15.
All right, so just takes another 7. He's at 61.
So now Reinhardt's going to connect for 1,900. Or 2,000, sorry.
All right, now Jesse goes down to 4,100.
I'm at 41 to 79.
That's it for Hani. Maybe he drew a beast. No, if he drew a beast, he would summon it probably. Draw phase. Hani's going to activate Abyss Dweller. For the 3rd turn in a row? A 4th turn in a row if you count
his own.
Yep.
Turn 6 here. So I only have a few minutes of recording time. I might have to stop at some point so try and get my reaction back up and going. So
We know Jesse has the beast deal that he can try and summon.
if you guys have any recommendations for programs that I can record longer than 30 minutes, that'd be nice. More than happy to
Normal
listen to them.
summon
Please put
Merely.
in the comments below.
Does he use the effect of mill 3 here?
1, 2, and 3, and hits a bunch of names.
No good here under Dweller. It'll be nice to use them for fusion materials later if he does make it past his turn. So he's run Abyss Dweller out of materials twice now. Do you think Hani will be able to summon a third time? It would require some.
It's a little sketchy. He'd probably need the Diviner again.
Something crazy.
They also have 16 minutes left for
Looks
game.
like here comes the Sarnier. He's probably just
For
trying to put some
time.
monsters on the board. Cause yeah, if he can just deal. I'm surprised. Did he not have like a Hobness or a Merly to summon back previously? Which shows with the Rhinoheart? I don't know. That was a while ago. But now the Sarnier's coming down, banishing Merly. Goes to battle phase, attacks over Rhinoheart.
He's going to activate Celiac here.
Now Jesse can
And
use
Jesse
his
can
Prime.
finally use his Crime, which has been there for who knows how long.
And
The whole game.
Keldo. Hani not happy. There's some claps for that.
Well, I'm assuming he thought that through because he knows that it's been there the whole time.
Yeah, he definitely is. But with just the Abyss Dweller, just one card in hand. Jesse has Mudora now, or Keldo in the graveyard.
Brian says, shuffle that card into the deck, then send one monster from your hand to the graveyard.
He did.
Okay. I didn't see you send it.
I did second though. I did
I
wait
didn't
for
see
you
you do
to
it.
send it first, but
Yeah. Okay.
So that's fine there. He did, in fact, send the monster. Just a little out of order. Not a cost. Divine Wrath is cost. This is not. So these two are becoming Dark, the Dark Charmer. Oh,
It
but
is-
his last card is Magnamon!
Wow.
That's exactly what he needed. It's a monster on the board. It's going to give him another monster. All he needs is damage right now. What a top deck.
Man,
What a top deck.
he slammed that thing on the table.
I wondered when he was holding the card, is it a Bestial he's holding the timely summon? And in fact, it was that Magnamon. He's going to be able to add the Druid Worm at the end phase here. Let's see if he still summons the Druid Worm during the end phase.
Yeah, I think you try it here so that your opponent has to use the Keldo, right?
Right.
You got to draw it out now.
Running his numbers, seeing if he has game on board. If he attacks with a dark, I believe he has 5,000. 67 minus 1850 is going to be 4950, I think. So he definitely has enough if he just summons the Bestial. And
Sorry for the cut there, guys. My recording ran out, but it looks
he shuffled
like
it back with his own. Okay,
in the end phase, a couple bestial monsters are summoned to Hani's side of the field. That's it. Hani's won. YCS Pasadena just got to take second place. Woo! Great match. Especially that game 3 was great. Oh, sorry for the connection issue there, guys.
Can't even believe it.
I'm so excited for their friend Honey. See Chris was lying down there getting doing maybe getting fit when they're about Honey's first individual white.
Wow. All right. So,
I know that
congratulations,
when you play
Hani
someone-
J, for winning
when you play
YCS
someone in the finals, it's so,
Pasadena.
like it's incredible.
Go ahead, I'm going to pause it there. So, that was the finals match, my reaction to it, live as we went along. And please let me know if you want to see some more reaction videos later for this channel, and we'll be more happy to put some on. Again, we have one planned, at least a little series that's going to be going up at some point, so that's going to be fun. But wow, it was a great mirror match between two great players, and I learned a lot, seeing a lot of the interruptions, and wow, tier elements are broken. And the siege just took them up to, yeah, I'm calling tier 0. It's definitely tier 0. There's not gonna be any kind of emergency ban list or anything like that. They just came out with a ban list last month. No way there's an emergency ban list because they just released these cards. No, it's not gonna happen. But it's definitely gonna run rampant for sure, especially because 26 of the top 32 decks were tier limited Shichu. Legitimate, the 26 of them. And it was an all tier limits final, obviously, but there was still a Sprite player left in Final Four that Jesse Cotton played against. But that's another finals loss for Jesse Cotton. That's his, I think that's his fourth, his second consecutive, because in Niagara, he lost in the finals in Niagara Falls, and he just lost tonight. So it's tough match there for Cotton, but he'll bounce back. He's a pro. So anyways, that's gonna be it here. I'm gonna wrap it up so I can get this edited and uploaded tonight. So hope you all enjoyed. It's been Yugi Bros. Stay frosty.
Yugi Bros.